So the guy who owns this Poco F1 said to me, I want to upgrade to this Oneplus Nord. And I was like, what? I mean, the Poco is known for its power and people buy this for gaming and stuff. So is the 765G going to outperform the 2-year-old flagship processor? And I'm going to compare other important aspects which are also part of the upgrade. So guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe and also like this video. Let's begin. So starting with the looks and design, definitely the Nord has thinner bezels and you get a better screen to body ratio compared to the Poco, and Poco has this big sort of notch that a lot of people hate, and also on the bottom, the chin, look at the chin, I mean that's a huge difference guys. To be honest, I don't like the pill-shaped punch hole as well, but it is slightly better than this notch. On the back you have the glass versus all plastic, but this shouldn't matter if you use a case anyway. But the Poco has this headphone jack which the Nord lacks, and for me at least that is a big deal. Moving on, Poco has the 90Hz refresh rate versus the 60Hz on the Poco, and definitely it feels smoother compared to the 60Hz obviously. Also the Nord has the AMOLED display, so definitely points go to the Nord in terms of display and that refresh rate together. Also the Nord has the HDR10 support as well. Now moving to the software, a lot of people may prefer the Oxygen OS over the MIUI, but it depends on a person that is using it, and there are a lot of MIUI fans as well, so I cannot really call this a downgrade or an upgrade, but I can definitely say that it is cleaner and simpler user interface without any ads or bloatware compared to the MIUI, and I personally prefer the Oxygen OS. Now let's get down to business, the performance. When I tried doing the benchmarks, the Geekbench 5, you can see actually the Nord was actually blazing through the test. As you can see, it was ahead of the Poco, and we'll get to the results as well. Honestly, I was surprised to see the results. I was expecting a very marginal difference, but you can see Nord almost scored double both in single core and multi-core as well. Maybe the CPU is better because of the newer cryo cores, but I was definitely expecting a better GPU results from Poco. So these are the 3D Mark benchmark results, and here also surprisingly the Nord outperforms the Poco, which is definitely surprising because Poco has Adreno 630 versus 620 on the Nord. But let's not go by the numbers, let's try to do a quick speed test. So both of these are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, and there is nothing running in the background. So let me just run a few apps and see which one loads them faster. So YouTube, Nord was faster I believe. Let's try Chrome. Again, Nord was maybe slightly faster. Prime Video. Again, Nord seems to be faster. Now let me just open the PUBG game and see which one loads it faster, and I'm going to fast forward this. Surprisingly, the Nord was faster to load. Let's see how long it takes for the Poco F1 to actually load it. That's about a few seconds actually. And finally it is about to load. Yes, finally it's done. But I still reckon you get a better gaming performance on the Poco F1. And also if you look at these graphic settings as of now, Poco supports smooth extreme, but the Nord does not. Not everyone is into gaming, but if you are into gaming, then I don't really think you should upgrade from Poco to the Nord just because of the gaming. Alright, now let's talk about the cameras. You do have dual cameras on either of these. I mean, practically speaking, the macro and the depth sensor, it's not really my thing and it's mostly useless. Anyway, let's look at some sample images, and this is taken from the OnePlus Nord. And this is from the Poco, and I kind of like the Poco's picture here because of the better detail on the water and also the skies compared to the Nord. But the Nord has this wide angle which the Poco lacks, so there is no software hack around it. So again, this is from OnePlus Nord, and this is taken with the Poco, and here I personally prefer the Nord's picture because the Poco seems to have boosted the colors way too much, and I kind of prefer the Nord's picture. And this is the wide angle shot. Looking at the video, the Nord can shoot at max 4K 30 FPS and it has some good stabilization. But the Poco can shoot 4K 60 FPS, which is impressive, and the stabilization is not that great here. You can see here When I am walking, you can see that it is not very well stabilized. Both of these have similar battery capacity and you can expect about the same sort of battery life. Nothing major here. So should you upgrade from the Poco F1 to the OnePlus Nord? I would say if Oxygen OS does not matter to you, then go for Redmi K20 Pro or Realme X3. They can actually offer much better performance. But between these two strictly, OnePlus Nord is definitely an upgrade in almost every department except for that performance. I still feel that it is not really worth upgrading from Poco to the OnePlus Nord just because of the performance. So that's been it guys. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like this video, also subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.